Once upon a time, there was a small town in the middle of nowhere called Hollow Creek. It was surrounded by dense forest, and the only way to get there was by a long, winding road. There were only a few houses in the town, and the people who lived there were few and far between. Everyone knew each other, and the town had a strong sense of community. But one day, something strange happened. It was a typical Friday evening, and the townsfolk were all gathered at the local diner, enjoying their meals and chatting. Suddenly, the electricity went out, and the diner was plunged into darkness. The people were startled, but they quickly realized that it was just a power outage. But then, they heard a strange noise coming from outside. It sounded like someone was scratching on the windows. The townsfolk peered out, but they couldn't AHS-39 see anything in the darkness. They dismissed it as the wind, but they couldn't AHS-39 shake off the feeling of unease. As the night wore on, strange things began to happen. The townsfolk heard eerie whispers coming from the shadows. They saw shadows moving in the corners of their eyes. And then they heard it again, the scratching on the windows. This time, it was louder and more persistent. The people of Hollow Creek were frightened, and they decided to band together and investigate. They armed themselves with flashlights, baseball bats, and whatever else they could find. They split up into groups and searched the town for the source of the strange noises. The first group went to the power station to check on the generator. They found it in disarray, as if it had been tampered with. The second group searched the forest, hoping to find some clue as to what was happening. But they found nothing. The third group went to the abandoned house on the outskirts of the town. It had been empty for years, but now they saw a faint light flickering in the window. They cautiously approached the house and pushed the door open. What they saw inside sent chills down their spines. The walls were covered in strange markings, and the floor was littered with bones. In the center of the room was a large cauldron bubbling with an unknown substance. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them, and they heard a voice whisper in their ear, "And Quat, you should not have come here, and Quat." They turned around to face the source of the voice, but they saw nothing. The room was empty, and the door was locked from the outside. They were trapped. The other groups heard their screams and rushed to the abandoned house. When they got there, they found the door locked and heard strange noises coming from inside. They broke down the door and found their friends huddled in a corner, terrified. They quickly made their way out of the house and ran back to the diner. But as they were running, they saw shadows moving in the woods. They heard the scratching on the windows again, and then they saw something that made their blood run cold. It was a creature, unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was humanoid in shape, but its skin was dark and scaly, and its eyes glowed red in the darkness. It had razor-sharp claws and long fangs, and it was coming straight for them. They ran as fast as they could, but the creature was hot on their heels. They burst into the diner and barricaded the doors, hoping to keep the creature out, but it was no use. The creature broke through the doors with ease and started attacking the townsfolk. It was fast, and it was strong, and it seemed to be invincible. The townsfolk fought back with all their might, but it was a losing